Dan, one may say that it came quite in handy, and should we even say thanks to load shedding that people now understand what Eskom's push is all about. Take us through the app.
Thank you so much for having me online. Yeah, to clarify those numbers, we went from 2,500 users to over 500,000 users yesterday. Since we started the app in 2015, we've got over 1 million downloads, which is incredible. It's amazing for us to see. In a nutshell, load shedding schedules are really hard. All the different municipalities share them in different formats and in different ways, and we seek to make that really easy for our users. So back in 2015, when we created the first version of the app, one that took us to the MTN App of the Year Awards, and we won 2 awards during that year, one being the Consumer Choice Award. But back then, our goal was just to make an application that was as simple as possible for users to understand load shedding, because it's complicated. And you get your families and your friends asking you, like, when am I going to be load shedded? When am I going to be affected? So we looked at making that much easier. The app, in a nutshell, it tells you when load shedding starts and when it ends. And you can add the suburbs that you're most interested in. So maybe your home address or your work address. And you can see and plan your day around load shedding.
I mean, did you anticipate this kind of response to it? I mean, it was created 4 years ago, so it's been an ongoing project, really. And I'm sure there was a time where people have almost thought that, no, there's no even use for this kind of an app. And then when load shedding picks up again, all of a sudden you have a high demand, for lack of a better term, in terms of the app in itself. But did you anticipate that it would be actually serving this purpose 4 years later after its creation?
No, we had no idea that we would have to keep it, well, that we kept it running just for fun, really. We're both in the tech industry, both Herman, Maritz, and myself, and we decided to keep it running. So last year, we wanted to learn a new technology, because in software engineering and in development, you need to keep up to date with changes in technology and new trends. So we rebuilt the application in a different framework called Flutter, but I won't go into too many details. And later on in the year, I think it was November in 2018, we genuinely both got a fright when we got a notification on our app that load shedding had started. Because the entire platform and the entire app is automated, we don't control it on a day-to-day basis. Everything is automatic. We got a fright when we got a notification in November. When load shedding again started 10 days ago, we had to scramble and do some work to stay up with the demand. It was a rush last week, but a lot of fun to see the app go from 2,000 odd users to over 500,000 in any given day.
Yeah. I mean, and also, does it have any form of cost implication? I know, obviously, from getting it on Android or any iOS store, is there cost, or people can just simply download the application for free and really get going in terms of having that timer and knowing exactly when load shedding is to start?
We very specifically made the application actually very small to install. So when you go to the Google Play Store or the Apple App Store to download it, you'll see the app size is quite small. So it doesn't require too much data to download it initially. And then when the app is running, it uses a very small amount of data. So we kept it in mind for South Africans. And also, it's free. We won't charge users for this service. We want to do it for free. We want to give this service to South Africa.
And then, I mean, obviously, just looking at the fact that South Africans are benefiting from it now, should there come a time, so as you would know that 4 years ago, there was a push for this Eskom's push, but then obviously it appeared as though the power side settled. Now we've got another momentum building. Should things settle, should we not be looking at what next? What next can South Africans actually jump on to make this app more sustainable? I'm just talking about the evolution now of the mobile application. Obviously, at this moment, serving the needs of South Africans, but we all know that needs evolve as time goes on and as Eskom hopefully gets its story straight.
Absolutely. So we've got a lot of users in the application when there's load shedding, but when there's no load shedding, hardly anyone uses the app. But what we have noticed is even when there is no load shedding, we still get a lot of contact from our users. And they need to know things like, oh, there's a fault in my area, or why is my power off? Can you help me in this situation? Can you tell me on this day if there's going to be load shedding? So there's a number of things there that we're looking at opportunities in future. So we've got this app that's now, it's installed on all these phones, and we've got all these users. We are now looking into opportunities and how to maximize functionality so that we can get users using the app every day.
Well, I definitely wish you all the best, and hopefully by the end of this week you'll see another 500,000 downloads, as obviously the need for knowing exactly how to plan around your day for load shedding actually starts unfolding. It's becoming a reality for many, many South Africans at this moment in time. So Dan, we're going to leave our conversation there, but thanks for joining us on Newsnight this evening. We've got Dan Wells there giving us the latest on Eskom Push. It is actually a mobile application that you can download on iOS as well as your Android device that allows you to know exactly when load shedding is to happen.